Hi, Katie.
Hi, Erin.
Guess what I did?
What did you do?
I quit my job.
You quit your job. Oh, no way. I had no idea.
You knew. But curious tourism people did not know until very recently.
Yeah. Erin, you quit your job. Why?
Because Lucas and I are going to go and travel for about half a year.
Half a year is insane to me. Where are you going? What's on the agenda?
Well, the goal of this trip is because as you know, when you work full time, you've limited PTO. Mm-hmm. And so you can usually only do 2-3 week trips at a time if you're lucky. And so the goal of this trip is to make the most out of having a long period of time so that we can spend longer in a couple places. Mm-hmm. So the goal is to spend at least a month in every country that we go to. And if you listen to the show a lot, you know Luke and I love India. So obviously India is the central part of the trip. We'll probably spend 2 months there. We want to go to Gujarat and we want to go to the sort of central region as well as Varanasi. And then for sure, we're going to Tanzania because it is a dream of ours, like many people's, to do a safari.
Yes.
So we're doing a safari. It's going to be camping.
Oh my God.
It's going to be a lot.
It's going to be camping. Yeah. Wait, what kind of safari? Is it one of those ones where they you have the little hut in a natural park that is sort of sectioned away from the animals or something? Are you staying over the night?
Oh no, we're sleeping in tents, out in the Serengeti. There's no fences. I actually emailed the guide. I was like, so is it safe to walk around the camp at night? And he was like, after dinner, we will walk you back to your tent and then you must stay inside your tent until the morning.
Oh my God. Okay, I need to know what time you have to go. What's your curfew for tenting?
I have no idea.
You need to keep me updated on this. I just need to know if it's a requirement that you have to go to bed at 8 p.m.
It might be, honestly. And I think from everything I've heard and people I've talked to, it is kind of exhausting doing safari because it's a lot of driving and you usually start really early in the morning. So I'm kind of assuming by 8 o'clock you're in bed anyways.
Wait, okay, so now it's just occurring to me. I have so many more questions about this. So are you driving during the day, seeing animals, mm-hmm. and then you unpack, pitch tents,
yeah,
stay over, and then you pack everything up again,
yeah,
and then go and drive. How many days is this going to be?
6 days.
Oh my God.
I know.
This is so cool.
We thought we were only going to do 3 days. And full disclosure, we're working with G Adventures on this. So we're going to be on one of their tours. So they gave us a really nice discount. So that's why we're able to do 6 days, mm-hmm. which is making a huge difference for us. Because with 6 days, you can go way further into the Serengeti. So you have a higher likelihood of seeing lots of animals, which I'm excited for.
I'm so pumped for you.
So those are the two central parts of the trip. We don't have tons of detail planned, but yeah.
Okay, so 6 days safari must have been expensive?
Yes.
Well, I asked because also this year you had a very lovely wedding, and I just want to congratulate you on that as well
for
the podcast because it was so nice and so fun, and it was very modest at a fun little bar here in Toronto, mm-hmm. and you guys were all dressed up all cute in your cheap outfits of garbage bags. No, I'm kidding.
She says that because I told Katie once that our wedding was budget core. Because anyone who knows me knows I love Lucas and I love that we're married, but I'm not a big wedding person. Yes. So we were all about let's make this as low key as possible, which we did achieve, I think.
Excellent. Yeah, no, you definitely did. And it was well, I don't know if you definitely did because I don't look at your finances, but from my experience at the wedding, it was just such a fun and intimate little wedding. It was only kind of close friends and close family members. You had people who came from the Netherlands, and I got to meet all of them, and they were really fun. And I chatted with your aunt for a long time, actually. Now that or family friend aunt,
Ingrid, probably Ingrid.
Yeah, it was definitely Ingrid. Got to meet your parents, and talk to them about traveling, which was really fun because you've talked about your parents and their love of travel on the podcast a number of times, but like talking to them in person about it, it just brings it all to life.
Yeah.
I just love that your parents are so obsessed with travel and so are mine. So anytime
Our parents would be friends.
Oh, they would have a lot of fun traveling together, I think. I think they have similar travel styles, actually.
Yeah.
Not to like totally take all the attention away from your very exciting trip, but my parents have a very exciting trip coming up too. They are going to New Zealand in the spring.
Ooh.
And they're like super pumped and currently like training, like going on hikes every single weekend to make sure they're in shape for it.
Good call.
But anyway, back to your trip. So India is on the roster.
Oh, India's happening for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
And then what else is on the roster?
Yeah, so Tanzania, then India, and then after that, it's all kind of up in the air, but the list that we're rolling with is Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Japan, and maybe Mongolia.
Oh my God.
I know, Japan we really debated because it's expensive. It's going to eat up a lot of our budget, but
it's going to be so worth
we just love Japan so much. So
you know how badly I've been wanting to go to Japan.
It's going to happen.
It is going to happen. I was thinking it might happen next year. It's definitely not happening next year, but it's going to happen.
It's too bad because if it could happen next year,
I know.
We could be there at the same time.
We could be there at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tanzania is where you're doing the safari. India, you're going to be there for like a month.
2 months.
2 months. 2 months. Oh my God. That's going to be so fun. And you're just going to like take it easy, like nothing crazy, no tourist trail. You're just going to like have fun and eat food.
No, it'll be a mixture. Like we're going to do like tourist trail things. It's just like with India, India is such a massive country. There's like so much to see. Mm-hmm. Part of what we love about India though is like just being there is really fun. So like we don't need to be doing like a list of touristy things every single day. We'll have plenty of days where we just sort of walk around, like pop into shops, like take it easy. We just want to be in India for a long time because it takes some time to adjust and the distances are long as you're traveling around. So it just makes sense to like give it a good chunk of the trip.
Nice.
Yeah. And then Sri Lanka and Nepal will probably be shorter, like maybe a month each. Mm-hmm. And Japan, probably only a few weeks because like, I don't know if we can afford a month in Japan. I like to think we can. Ask me in like
just
4 months.
Only eat at the 7-Elevens and you'll be fine.
Yes, that might have to happen.
Are you going to take the bullet? Have you ever taken the bullet train actually? Because
I have.
I've been really wanting to do that.
You know what? It was kind of underwhelming. This might be a hot take. I don't know.
This is a pro-train podcast. How dare you?
It was underwhelming. It was really fast. That was fun. But this is why it was underwhelming. I thought that on the train, you would feel like, whoa, like we're going really fast, like a roller coaster. But no, it's just like a normal train.
I've actually seen
And you look
videos.
at the window and you're like, it doesn't really look like it's going faster.
I actually did just watch a video on YouTube from about the bullet train. And yeah, looking out, it looks like it's going pretty like regular speed.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an airplane, like when you're driving down like the runway on an airplane about to take off.
But that's actually what I thought the Shinkansen, I think that's what it's called. That's what I thought it was going to feel like. Because you know when a plane takes off and you feel that kind of like whoosh. I thought the bullet train would feel like that. And it didn't.
No.
It was really fast though. Like we went really far, really fast, which is great. There were great snacks. It was very calming.
Yeah.
Japanese trains are just like a very calming experience. But like if you're not in a rush, I wouldn't pay the extra like $100 to go on the bullet train.
It just occurred to me as well that you are going to be in Japan probably in the springtime, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to see all the cherry blossoms?
Ooh, it's hard to say because like the timing is a bit different every year. We're not making that the goal. So we're not going to like base when we go to Japan on that, but it could line up accidentally, which would be fun.
And I definitely just planted the seed in your brain.
No, we have thought about it. But honestly, Lucas was like, maybe we don't want to be there during cherry blossoms because things will be a little more expensive just because it's like a super peak season for tourists. Mm-hmm. Every tourist wants to be there like during that like 4-week stretch of time. So part of us is like, oh, maybe we should like purposely not go during that time. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it. I think we're just going to leave it to fate. And if we show up and it's cherry blossom season, we will love it. And if it's not, we won't be disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So given that you have plans in all these countries, like, do you have all of your stays planned already? And
Oh, no.
Okay, so when do you like know that it's time to leave and like go to your next destination?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Like, does something just hit you from like the ether and you're like, ah, yes, my calling has
It's
come?
definitely going to be a vibe. It'll just be like one day we have the vibe. Like, it's time to go.
Okay. I'm excited. Oh, and my other question for you is because, so obviously you quit your job, so you're not going to be in work mode, but are you still going to be running your blog and everything too?
I will probably blog because I do make a bit of income from my blog. So it like makes sense to like keep that income coming. But I'm going to scale back because the whole point of this trip, like a couple people have asked me, like, why didn't you guys just decide to like be digital nomads for a year or something? The goal of this trip truly is to not work, is to just like
I respect this decision.
Be traveling. It was tempting. And honestly, my company does offer, they call it work and wander. So like we're allowed to be digital nomads, but I just don't want to work. I want to have every single day.
I get that.
Be completely mine. Because I have done the digital nomad thing. Like I have worked from other countries and it's like a great way to extend a trip, I find.
Yeah.
But you're still working. That's like still 8 hours a day that like you don't have to spend in a place. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to us like not being beholden to our jobs and just doing with every day what we feel like.
So what are your tips for somebody looking to not work at all for five months straight and just travel? How did you get here? Asking for a friend.
Well, rewind 10 years, get a rent-controlled apartment in Toronto, then get your partner to move in and save money for 10 years.
Yeah, be in a relationship, split your rent and all of your bills and costs.
No, like real talk though, because already like people have asked me on TikTok, how can you guys afford this? And it is largely because our living costs are extremely low because we have a rent-controlled apartment that we've lived in for 10 years. And so by Toronto standards, we're paying very little to live in the city. And that combined with our career growth in the last few years, it's just made it possible for us to save a lot of money. And we weren't like purposefully saving for this trip. It was one of those things where it was like, we're just saving tons of money on the off chance that we can make a trip like this happen one day. And the moment came due to like different factors in our lives. Yeah. But we just wanted to be ready for it. We wanted to be ready because we actually always thought like, if one of us gets laid off, then we'll go and do this trip. So we were just ready. So yeah, definitely like privilege, like based on our economic position, on our apartment, on our jobs. Yeah, we've just been really privileged to be in a position where we've been able to save like a good chunk of money. Yeah. And I'll be transparent about it. We have saved 40,000 Canadian dollars. That is the budget. I am going to talk about this on TikTok as we're traveling because I know that people are really interested in like budgets when people are traveling. So I thought it'd be fun to just like be completely open about how much money we're spending. And I'll do little like budget updates throughout the trip.
I love that. That's such a great idea because I think, it's so easy to watch all this stuff go down. Hey, Luch.
Hello.
What's going on? You want to say hi?
Hello.
Please.
Lucas, we heard you quit your job.
Luch, what are your reactions to, how are you feeling about your trip?
I feel pretty good about the trip.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's all very planned out.
I know Aaron is already packed. How about you?
Nope.
Day before, you're gonna pack the day before for half a year.
Yep.
But you guys only need like 2 pairs of underwear anyway, and like one outfit. So
I'm bringing 2 shirts.
I'm bringing 3 shirts. Aaron, shirts.
That's just too much. Yeah, talk about your tiny ass bag that you're bringing. Aaron is bringing nothing.
When I told Katie the bag I was bringing, she was just like, what? Listen, every trip that I've done, I've become more and more minimalist because I just realized that I end up wearing the same things every day anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm just like from the get-go this time, just going as minimalist as possible. And that means 3 t-shirts. I think I'm bringing like 2 pairs of linen pants, a pair of hiking pants, 1 pair of shorts, one bathing suit, one long sleeve shirt, one rain jacket. That's basically it.
That's pretty damn impressive. Like when you see the photo of Erin's bag, it's tiny. It's so small. And then she has one other backpack, but the entire thing is just full of her camera equipment. Like there's nothing practical in there. It's just hobby stuff. So like this woman is bringing absolutely nothing on her trip. Nothing. But you know what this is good practice for, Erin?
What?
The Amazing Race.
It is.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm unemployed and back in Canada, we'll make this our goal.
Yeah.
Get on.
I think we could.
Amazing
I
Race.
saw recently they put out the casting call and I was like, ooh, I gotta call Erin. And then I was like, it's too soon for that. We need to go on the next season, I think, because you're already going to be doing the Amazing
Why?
Race.
When will the season start? Because the timing could work out perfectly.
I think they're probably starting in the new year. You probably are gonna run into people from the Amazing Race.
I would love that.
Then just like finagle your way onto the show and just keep showing up on the mat. And they're like, nobody knows who these people are. They just keep showing up. There's one team that just can't keep getting any clues because you and Luch just keep finding the clue box and then just running the race. And then one team is eliminated and you guys accidentally win. I think that would be pretty funny. I'd watch that. This random team.
I was just imagining though, like we didn't do that and we were just in the background of all these random shots.
Yeah. It'd be the stupidest Easter egg that I'd be so excited to see. It's just every single country, every single challenge. There's the same couple just like lingering in the background.
Just in the background.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. That's my best. What's the host's name again? It's not John. That's the Canadian Amazing Race.
I can't remember.
Mark and I have this dumb thing that we do when we watch The Amazing Race. We started mimicking the host's like way that he says things. And we, for some reason, we decided that he kind of sounds like Kermit the Frog.
You're right. He does kind of sound like Kermit.
How do you do it? Dave and Canner. Your team number 2. That's it. Dave and Connor, your team number 2.
It's the way you say. It's the way you say 2.
Yeah, team number 2.
Please cut just do like a reel of like saying your team number 2 over and over.
Your team number 2. Dave and Connor, your team number 2. That's the host. So yeah, that's a random occurrence. Probably once a week, Mark and I say that to each other for no reason.
I love it.
Yeah. Big fans here. Big fans of The Amazing Race. Oh, it's so nice to be doing this in person. Crummy is literally on the couch as a little puffball.
Oh.
You're going to miss her so much.
I am going to miss Crumpet a lot.
She's going to be so pissed.
I don't know. Like cats are kind of weird like this because every time we've left her with a cat sitter, she seems like she doesn't care that we're gone.
Cats are just always pissed, so it's just not really a difference.
Not Crummy. She's never pissed.
Crummy's always happy. She's the one cat exception.
But we are leaving Crumpet with my closest friend, so she will be fine. I'm still going to miss her a lot and be really sad to be without her, but
yeah,
it'll be worth it.
So with you being gone for about 5 months, what are we doing with the podcast, Erin?
We are not going to be doing a traditional season, but we are going to release stuff. It's just going to be a little bit different.
Yeah. We're basically just going to have fun for the next,
We're going to have fun. So the goal is to do 1 episode a month. We're going to have a phone call. I will tell you a story based off of our travels. So it'll probably be just like a story about something that happened to us or like an experience that we had. And I'm going to try to record like all sorts of fun audio just of like sounds that we're hearing in the places that we are. And then you'll take that phone call and all those sounds and make something fun out of it.
Yeah. I'm very excited. It's going to be good times. And then I will also update you on all of the very exciting things happening here in Canada.
Yes.
Whether or not you want it, I'll probably end up complaining to you. So just prepare yourself.
This is the thing, you know what I was thinking about? The last like long trip we did like this, which was in 2017, I didn't get data on my phone.
Oh.
Like I was very often like without internet. Like I would just use the internet in a hotel. in the evenings. So I was like very disconnected during that whole trip,
Which must have been so
which
nice.
was really nice. But I don't know if I'm going to be as disconnected this time.
I feel like when I go, anytime I do traveling, or literally anytime I just have plans, I generally end up being very disconnected just by happenstance. Like
I mean, but by disconnected, I mean more like out of touch with, like I definitely was out of touch with like the news.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I wasn't keeping tabs on like what's going on at home in Canada so much on that trip.
Mhm.
It could just be that I'm older and more like politically engaged now. So
Yeah.
I'll be more curious. At that time, I was like, yada, yada, yada. I don't care. Now I care more. So I might be in touch, but who knows? I might also just be like, I don't want to know. I'm like blocking everything out. All I care about is the day ahead of me.
That's what I would encourage you to do. However, that probably won't happen because
Yeah.
you just have friends who are also very politically engaged. Like we're all going to be talking to you about things.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
Yeah.
anything you particularly would like me to keep tabs on for you here in Canada and just like provide you a monthly update on?
Ooh. There's like specific businesses in Toronto that I would
Ooh.
like tabs on, but you're not always downtown.
No, I'm not.
That's more of a sheer query.
I can do like
Mainly,
a
like-
Ontario update.
Yeah.
I can give you like a suburban sleeper community
Ooh, that'd
update.
be fun. That'd be fun. I'd like to know how winter is progressing.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that for you because you're going to be gone basically the winter
Mhm.
and spring. You're
Yeah.
back in the summer.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, I'm just like thinking about this a lot now. This is the thing. I remember being like disconnected about what was going on in Canada when I was traveling, but I was almost more connected with what was going on in other parts of the world, which makes sense. Like, I'll obviously be keeping tabs on like political situations in the places that we're traveling, in the general regions. Of course, there's like many devastating world events happening right now. I'm not going to like be completely out of touch about those things.
Yeah.
It's more just like local Toronto news. I don't know if I'm going to be as tapped into that as I
Bike
usually
lanes
am.
probably won't be caring so much about.
No.
Well, I'll keep tabs on like all of your favorite restaurants and maybe I'll visit a few in your honor while you're away.
Do it.
Just like have a little bevy at the Drum, go see some live shows and just like have a nice time at Christie Pitts, go see a movie. And I'll just like do all those things in your honor because I do need to get out in the world. All right. So Erin, what are you the most excited about and what are you the most afraid of?
I'm the most excited to not work.
Should have saw that coming.
I'm excited. No, that's kind of a joke. I actually genuinely really enjoy my job.
Yeah, but it's still work at the end of the day.
It's still work. It's
It's responsibilities that you're going to be
Yes,
abandoning. It's not work. It's like excited to not have those responsibilities.
This is the thing. And I think this is like why doing long-term travel was so important to us. It's so rare in our lives that we ever get a period of time where we don't have all these responsibilities to our jobs and to like other commitments in our regular daily lives.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I value so much about this type of travel. It's like you truly can just like disconnect for a little bit and just live, which is extremely like privileged. Like I realize most people never have the opportunity in their lifetime to experience that. And because I have experienced it before, it was just like so high priority for Luke and I to make it happen again. And I'm just excited to see the world and spend time with Lucas. Luke and I keep joking, we're like, what are we going to fight about first?
You guys are a new married couple. And you know what you should be doing for the next 5 months? Telling every single person you meet that you're newlyweds.
Oh yeah, we never tell anyone. We should do that.
I know you said that you're not making it your personality, but I think you definitely need to because you're going to get a lot of good stuff out of that.
That's true. That's true.
Take advantage of the opportunity in front of you.
Okay, this is good advice.
Every single you might get like room upgrades, you might get free meals, like all these things.
Good point.
Especially in Japan. Tell everybody in Japan.
Sure. When we were in Japan last time, people all the time would ask us if we were married, and we were like in our mid-20s, and we were like, no, because we thought that was ludicrous.
No. They're like, we wanted to give you free stuff, and you missed out on all of that.
But this time we can say yes.
This is the hot tip for everyone listening. Tell everyone you're a newlywed.
It's actually true. You know, I never thought about this until now.
And you can even do it when you're traveling solo too. Just say like, oh, my partner is in the other room, or they're parking the car or something. But we're newlyweds. And then just like stare into their soul for like a couple of seconds to like sort of imply something, and then put that like awkward pressure on them to like feel like they need to give you something, and then you'll get something for free.
You and Mark need to get married because you would own this so well. Okay, and thing I'm most afraid of, honestly, I think like this has been the scariest part, like actually quitting my job.
Yeah.
That was very scary. And just like leaving security behind. It's like, I know logically that 5 months, 6 months is not that long. It's probably going to fly by.
Oh, yeah.
But I know that when we come back, things will feel different either way. And I don't know. I'm just scared for that.
So you're not scared of anything travel-wise, then you're only scared of reality.
The only thing travel-wise I'm afraid of are peanuts. And I just like,
yes,
I know that's going to be hard, but I've done it before. So I know that I can do it.
Yeah.
I know that I'm probably just going to like eat white rice for the next 6 months, but that's okay. Like that's manageable. It's more like will I get a job again? What will our lives be like when we come home? Like stuff like that. Existential questions.
Those are all very reasonable fears. I would be feeling the exact same way.
It's just like hard to leave the security of your like routine life. And honestly, I was shitting my pants all last week when I quit my job. But I feel better now.
Well, I'm so excited for you. This is going to be such a fun next 5 months. You're going to get a nice like change of pace. You're going to be so refreshed after a chaotic year. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Well deserved. So congratulations.
Thank you.
On living your life.
Thank you.
Just grabbing life by the horns and just doing what you got to do to be happy.
Thank you. Aw. I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you too. Luckily, we will be having one phone call at least per month. So everyone will be privy to that. Okay, Erin. Well, goodbye. See you later.
Okay, goodbye.
Safe travels.